Today in pre-calculus, we talked about how to use your calculator to solve a lot of these problems we've been doing by hand with matrices. Now keep in mind, you still need to know how to do it by hand, but we're going to go over how to use your calculator to do this. I already have some information input in my calculator, but you can still follow along. So the first thing is you're going to go to second matrix. See, matrix is written right here, so we're going there. We have three different categories. We have the names, math, and edit. The names, basically we can store a certain number, a set number of matrices, and they're named A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. And so if ever I want to do any sort of math with a matrix or with a series of matrices, I need to be able to come back and name or enter the name of the matrix. The other thing over here, the math, I can find the determinant of the matrix, which we haven't gotten to yet, but we're going to. So you can use that to check. You can get the identity matrix. You can augment a matrix. There's several different other operations here, but we're not going to focus on all of these. What I really want to do is look at how to edit a matrix. So you can see I already have two matrices in my calculator, and you may have the same thing. So when I first enter my first matrix, I want to check the order or the dimensions of my matrix. So this is important that you know this, that when you look at the matrix you're trying to put in your calculator, you actually know what the order is. So in this case, I had a 3 by 3 matrix. So you just enter 3 and 3, and then you enter your data. Now let's just say, I'll show you on another one. If I go back to matrix and let's just say I want to edit a new matrix C, okay? Right now it's blank, okay? It's a 1 by 1 matrix because of course you can't have a 0 by 0 matrix. Let's say that I wanted to input something that was a 1 by 2 matrix, but instead I happen to put a 2 by 1 matrix. I'm immediately going to see, wait, this doesn't look right. This does not look like the information I'm trying to input. And then you can change it to your 1 by 2 matrix. So see, this actually basically puts the input for you as far as the shape, and that's one way to check. Another thing that your calculator is going to do for you, let's say that you want to multiply two matrices, keep in mind that the latter part of the order for the first and the first part of the order for the second, if that's not confusing enough, they need to match. If they don't match, your calculator is going to say there's an error. So there are a couple things that your calculator does do to sort of check you. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go edit our matrices. I went ahead and put in the information from the example problem that we did in class. These are representative of different percentages. And then my other matrix is a 3 by 1 matrix, which were the solutions. So I have A and B. And what I want to find are my variables, or X, Y, and Z. To find that, you kind of have to know fundamentally I need to multiply the inverse of matrix A times matrix B. Keep in mind a 3 by 3 can be multiplied by a 3 by 1 matrix, but not the other way around. So I'm going to go to second quit to basically get out of that. Any kind of math that I want to do, I'm going to do by naming my matrix. So if I want to take the inverse of this, I simply take the inverse of it, just like I would take the inverse of any other value. And then I'm going to multiply this by matrix B. So I'm going to go back to my second matrix, go to my name. You can either input 2 or you can scroll down and then hit enter for matrix B. When you multiply these together, you get a solution that is a 3 by 1 matrix with the solutions 100, 200, and 300. That's only part of the problem though. Keep in mind that you need to know what you're dealing with. So if I'm dealing with tons in this case, the problem that we did here, these are tons of a certain alloy X, Y, and Z. Or it could be shoes, sweaters, and socks, depending on if you're selling those, or the pie shop problem that we had when you're selling apple pies, meat pies, whatever. You have to keep in mind, you need to know what you're actually dealing with. So that's just a little introduction to how to use our calculator to solve for the types of problems that we've got on the worksheet. If you stay tuned and click on the next video, I'm going to show you a couple other ways that you can use your calculator with matrices.